guitar, baby. Well, folks, looks like we got here just in time. This here guitar is the next one that's going to get mojo-fied. It has definitely seen better days. In fact, this DANELECTRO, believe it or not, was in a fire, and it was heavily smoke damaged. Look at that neck. The neck is still straight, but it has seen better days. How do you think it's going to turn out? What do you think it's going to look like when it's done? Do you think that we can save it? We've already tried the pickups. The pickups still work on it. The controls are still kind of working too. So it makes noise, but it ain't exactly doing too good. It's got a trem on it there. That's a Wilkinson tremolo there. It was in a fire that kind of melted the pick guard, but I think we're going to try to save that pick guard. I don't know if we're going to do too much to it. I think we're just going to kind of let it tell us what it wants done to it. It got toasted pretty good there down the side. We got here just in time, though. This belongs to a buddy of mine, Chad. He bought the very first Mojo Shop guitar, so he's a member of the family. And this was one of the, he had a bunch of guitars that were in a fire up there in his body shop, and this is the last one of those guitars. I think the last one of the guitars that's going to be done. But this DANELECTRO has, you can see, it has the double lipstick pickup in it, and then it's got like a little single coil right there that's got the, and it's all been kind of roasty toasted, Got a piece of tape holding that pickup in there so it don't flop all over. It's already been through enough. You don't need a, So I don't know what we're going to do. I don't think we're going to paint this. I think we're just going to kind of clean it up the best we can. And it's going to be what we call a survivor. Because it's definitely been through something. But we don't want to forget that's part of its heritage. We don't want to clean it all up so that, you can't even tell. Which I seriously doubt if we'd ever be able to do that anyways. But that neck, I looked at it, it's flat and straight. And the frets are, a little worn, but they're not bad. Needs a nut. We're going to need to put some new tuners in it, It's going to be kind of hard to tune like that. Let's take a look at the back of it right quick here. The back of that neck is just like, it's almost like avocado green. Look at that. It kind of fades right up into a real dark. I don't know how that's going to turn out. It is really interesting. How is this one going to turn out? It is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. This DANELECTRO is going to come back to life, baby. Sure is. We're going to bring it back and make it a contender. It's going to be a survivor of the fire. Another fire survivor. So, see, it's already falling apart. There we go. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's take this over to the bench and get it mojo-fied. What do you say, hey? 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 Okay, sounds good to me. Alright, here we are over at the bench. Got the old burnt-up DANELECTRO all sitting here, and we're going to start taking her apart. There's no sense in looking at it, and inspecting it. Might as well just start taking it apart. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the body off the neck off the body. So we're just going to flip it right over here. We'll take these 4 screws out of there. I'm surprised that it doesn't have a back plate. We might just do something innovative with this one. Yeah, we might just do something different with this. You can see the color underneath. It turned the fire made it turn to green, but it was like a robin egg blue underneath, like a turquoise color to begin with. So that's what color we got underneath. So not 2 colors that go together. But we're gonna make it live again. Good old DANELECTRO. I knew a guy named DANELECTRO. Had a very shocking personality. Very electric. Okay, there we got it apart there. Let's see, is there anything interesting on the end of the neck here? Nope. Nope, just, you know, your ordinary old. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. And nothing in the pocket, really. Except for we got, plywood. That's okay, though. Nothing wrong with plywood. Plywood gives you some good sound, too, you know. Okay, tell you what, let's take this, this here old, I'll tell you what, let's take the back off here. We'll get the trim out. There we go. We'll take the springs out of the trim and all that good stuff. Get her all taken apart. Yep. You know, once you know, this guitar belongs to Chad, one of my good buddies up north. Like I said, he had a fire. And if you want to watch some of the other videos, there's a Strat and a Telly that was also in a fire up there, same old fire. This one was in. Want to watch those videos, get a little bit better idea what's going on. But yeah, this was in a fire, and this is the last one that has to be done for him. I think the last one that was in the fire. And you know, I think we're gonna leave it, you know, kind of a remnant of what the fire did to it. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting build. We'll get that out there. We'll look at the back of that. It's got a nice sized block in there, as you can see. You know, not too bad. Oh, nice sized block. Everything's a little bit darker than it was before, you know. So we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves a pair of pliers here. Find it. My boy went through it. How we actually use these? And then pull the springs, come right off there. Okay, there we go. Got them springs off there. Now that trim will just fall right out. Nice heavy trim. Little Wilkinson. Got a nice big block in it. You know, not too bad. Adjustable little saddles and stuff. Could be worse. Anywho, let's get this pick guard off here. It'll take but a couple seconds. We almost got this thing tore apart here, hey? It's gonna be a nice build. Look at that. I only had one screw in it anyway. Oh, that was a little bit crispy. Alright, so we got a little wire tie there. Take the little wire tie off. Okay. Okay. And it looks like we got just we got a little wire that goes right to the output jack there. And just take that apart. Wow, bada boom, bada bing. I'll be right back. Alright, we went ahead and we got the pick guard taken, unsoldered. You know, the wires unsoldered from the pickups, so we can get it out of there. But we left it intact, you know, everything else intact. We didn't want to take it apart any further than that. We wrote down the wiring diagram here so that we remember how to, wire everything back up again, you know, because we don't want to forget that. And now we can go ahead and we just take these these pickups right out of there. They should come right out. There we go. And wow, look at the back of that. That is a vintage looking pickup right there. It's got a lot of wires coming off it. That's the kind of stuff you get with a DANELECTRO. You know, it looks like a couple of dual lipstick ones. And then here we have this little, let's take the tape off it. Little P90 looking thing here. I was wondering if that cover come off there. I don't know if it does or not. It might. We'll find out though. So we got to clean it up. Let's see, you know, make sure everything's still straight on it. We get it all taken care of. They're probably going to need to be wax potted again because they were in the fire, you know. So probably have to dip them again. But there you have. We'll take our little post out for our trim. And then we can take out our output jack. And we'll take out, let's see, where's the output jack? Right there. It's nice big beefy screws here, nice metal plate for that, see? And you know, if I forget to get what we're doing in the shot, well, you guys remind me, okay? Just say, hey. You're not in the shot there, Pat. Why don't you get in there? We gotta see what's going on, man. And I'll get everything right and straight again for you. I don't want you to miss a thing. It's all interesting, isn't it? Seen it 9 million times already, haven't you? This one's gonna be a good one, though. It's getting interesting. And there you go. One input jack. How's that looking? So he needs a little bit of attention. Needs a little love. I think every last little part on this thing's gonna need a little love. Need a little going over. Make sure they're straight before we go putting it back together, huh? Well, let's get rid of this tape. Yeah, I don't need more tape. Okay. Last thing we're gonna do is take this claw out of the back here. Might as well strip her down good and naked. And then we can go ahead and take the strip down the neck too. Yep. Make it look nice. Oh, we gotta take the strap buttons off too. Forgot about that. Can't leave that kind of stuff on there. No way. There we go. She's free. Free. I say free. Alright, strap buttons. Am I in the shot over here? Yeah, I guess I am. See, one strap button coming off. You know, I got a feeling this is going to be a good year for Mojo Shop Guitar. Things are really starting to take off. Things are getting bigger, better. The word's starting to get out as to what we do around here, you know. There's a lot of naysayers out there. A lot of people want to know what's going on. Hey, how can you do this? How can you do that? How can you claim to do me like that, you know? We do it. You've seen it. If you've been paying attention, if you've watched this channel, you know what we can do. We take these old guitars right here that ain't, you know, haven't got a half a chance left. We hook them up. What the heck is that? It's a bump. That's lifted up. It's alright. That is okay. Okay, now that we got this down to the, right down here to nothing, I'm curious to see what it's going to take to get this body looking a little bit better. So, we get me an old rag here and a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Let's see what she's going to do. Is she going to clean it up? Can I get a drum roll, please? Let's see. We'll try it right over here. Right over here. Alcohol ain't doing nothing to it. Nope. Not a thing. It is taking off a little bit of that stuff. But it's not really doing anything, is it? Getting it clean. Well, we're going to keep on going over it with some alcohol. Because I know there's got to be schmutz on it. So we're just going to get the schmutz off. Whatever else we can get off. So, tell you what. We're going to go ahead. Oh, no. We're not breaking away yet. No. I'm getting ahead of myself. Here. Okay, tell you what. Let's set this over to the side a little bit, Ski. Okay. And let's take out these tuners here. Let's see, where's my little screwdriver? There we go. Little screwdriver. Take out these tuners here. My boy was digging around in my tools here the other day, and some of my good small screwdrivers. Oh no, I got the other one still. There's the other one still here someplace. Aha! Yes, we do. Don't need to use that little tiny one. That one that's just a little bit bigger. Alright, one tuner out. And I got some other tuners, just like these clue sounds. So we're going to see if they fit in there. Hopefully they will. That'd be sweet. Are we in the shot? Yes, we are in the shot. Tell you what, we'll zoom in a little bit. Ooh, back here. You see it? We turned it turn it a different color underneath there too. Yep. Get get all these out of here. Yeah, the fire was so hot that it melted the tips right off of them. Probably had those plastic, you know, the kind of yellowish beige, you know, kind of plastic tips on it, you know, like the Cloussons do. I think these are, seen better days, I think these can go in the recycling bin, as they say. In the rubbish. Put them in the bin. But you know what, we might save them. Just have some pieces around. Never know. Might need the screws or the back cover or something like that one time. And you can see there's, I don't know if you can see that, there's old sawdust in there. Remember the last one we did had sawdust in there too? It's because when they, probably gotta brush that off. Ugh. When they put these tuners on here, okay, there's no holes in the back of the headstock, okay? So they take the tuner and they stick it on there, you know, so you get one that ain't got a screw in it. Anyway, here we go, just take that on. They stick that in there like that, okay? They get them all on there and then they drill the holes, and then they put screws in there. So the sawdust stays up on it. I'm not even in the shot. They put this in there, okay, like that. They put them all in at the factory, and then they drill the holes, and then they put the screws in. So the sawdust is still left underneath there once you pull it out. Okay, that's why the sawdust is underneath there. But we got the the truss rod, the melted up truss rod cover off there. Okay, we'll get that off. And then the last thing we got to do is get these grommets out, which shouldn't be too hard to do if we get the right thinker marjiggy. Not that one. I got one over here that works real good. Here's that one right there. Yes, sir. Just give that a little tap. Them suckers come right out of there. So we'll widen out a little bit. Okay, so we're just going to give these a little tap here. Just get some lifted out, get them some started. Yep. Just gotta get something in there to knock that out of there. They'll come right out. Yep. Alrighty. Don't really like that too much. Oh, that wasn't fitting in there just exactly right. I think that fits better. Okay, let's try that. There, that knocks it right out of there. So I didn't want to have to go at it from the other side there. So we'll just... There. Knocking it right out. There we go. There's the other one. There's that one. That's stuck on the end. We'll get it off here. Yeah. Alright. So we want to get these grommets out of there because we want to be able to sand this down. And you know, we have to buff it and polish it. We want a flat surface here to work with. We're trying to see if we can't keep that logo in there, but I kind of seriously doubt if we're going to be able to. So, we got this thing all completely taken apart. And now, we're going to set this neck off to the side here, and we're going to focus on this body, I think. We're going to see what we can do to get this polished up and looking a little bit better. So we will be right back. Well, folks, we tried a few things on it. Tried to polish it up a little bit. Did polish this one corner right here. You know, it's kind of a funny color green, isn't it? It's kind of, you know, that's how it looks in the, it's almost looks like apple green in the thing, but you know, this, I tried some compound on it. It's not coming out. It's smooth, but it's still discolored. And I don't think that I'm going to be able to, short of sanding it down and painting it again, I don't think this is going to go away. So guess what we're going to do? We're just going to clean it up and leave it just like it is. Because it's, like I said, it's going to be a testament to the fire. So if it looks a little burnt up here and there and stuff like that, it's going to be toasty. It's going to be fried a little bit, but you know what? It's going to be a contender, and it's going to play nice. Guarantee you that one. So I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give it a good old-fashioned wipe down and cleaning and stuff like that. And we'll be right back after we do that. What do you say? Hey, hey. Alright, we got it cleaned up pretty well. We got it all wiped down. Now we're going to take some of this rubbing compound, a little bit of polishing compound. It's going to go over this real nice. Try a little bit of that on there. Well, we're going to try a little bit on the other spot. I know it's going to work nice. It's going to polish it up real nice and sweet. So we'll just get that little ball there. We're just going to kind of work this around a little bit. And do the whole back. Yep. Just a little bit of rubbing compound. We're taking the old, you know, just kind of breaking the surface off so it can get smoothed out real nice. I think we'll put just a little bit more on there. There we go, just a little bit more. So we get it all over good. And we're going to do this to the back, the sides, and the front. And we're going to buff this down until it gets into be a real nice, until it's pretty much dry and it's off of there. We're not going to use the buffing wheel on it or anything yet. But we are going to go ahead and knock this down like this. So we'll be right back when we get that done, all front and back. Alright, we got a little bit of polish on each side of this. A little bit of buffing compound on each side of this. And now we're going to take our good old crusty, dusty, rusty buffer here, and we're going to go over this whole front body, front, back, sides, everything like that. We're going to go over it, and we're going to kind of polish it up best we can. Just get some of this, you know, some of this old dead stuff off here. So we're just going to go ahead and go on over it here real nice and easy. Alright. Now we're going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got it all buffed, polished, and looking good. I mean, that's some smooth paint. I mean, that really is. I mean, it might look streaked and stuff from the way it was, but you know what? It's a survivor, and it's going to show that it's a survivor. Look at that. It's nice and smooth. It kind of even looks brown in the thing, but it's a, you know, dark green. So next thing we're gonna do is we'll work on the neck. Let's get back to it. Be back in a minute. All right, this here neck. We got it. So it says DANELECTRO across the front of it. You know, you couldn't really see that before. We've just kind of went over it with the with some piece of Scotch-Brite pad and some rubbing alcohol. We got the back of the neck, you know, busted down some, but we're going to start working on the front of the neck here. Now, it's a little bit dry and everything like that, but we cleaned it a little bit, but now what we're going to do is we're going to take this little wire brush that I got, seeing that this is damaged, and we're going to take this little wire brush. Let's zoom in a little bit. See, we got this, you know, it's been heat damaged and stuff like that, so we got to get a little bit of something. We got to get this cleaned up a little bit. So what we're doing is we're just taking this wire brush here. It's got brass bristles on it. We're just going to kind of go over this whole fretboard right here, just sort of getting it back to, you know, we'll go back and forth like this, and we'll go over it like this. We'll go over the whole fretboard like this, just kind of getting it, you know, back into some kind of decency. You know, it's pretty dried out, and you know, it's been in a fire, so it's, you know, it's seen better days. So we're gonna go over this whole fretboard like that. We might even go over the edge here a little bit. You know, go over down that edge there. Gotta knock these. You got some stuff sticking out over here on this side, but you know, it's gonna be a, it's gonna be a contender. We'll get these all cleaned up right here. And then I think we might just go right into See, we got it kind of cleaned up and everything. We might just go into the start leveling it out and doing the frets and all that kind of good stuff. You know? This is a real nice guitar. Still has a little bit of smoke smell to it. You know, it's been out of the fire for a while, but we're, you know, getting all this stuff taken good care of. This is going to be playing again. Frets look like they're in pretty good shape. Heck, it's already looking better. Just taking the brush after it. Yeah, it should be a player again. It's going to sound even better from being worse to wear, huh? We'll just go with this way a little bit. Okay, now that we've done that, now what we're going to do is we're going to go over one more time with some alcohol. Find a little clean part of the rag. Yep, there we go. Okay, we're going to go over with the alcohol a little bit here. Just get it good and clean. See what we can get. See how she looks after we get done with that. And then we're going to give some coconut oil because, you know, it's been a while since it's seen any hydration. And this rubbing alcohol, it kind of takes the you know, takes the moisture out of the wood. It really dries it out a little bit more. So we are going to put a little bit of rubbing. I'm going to put a little bit of coconut oil on it. See, we got it all kind of clean a little bit. All right. That's what I like about that rubbing alcohol. It cleans real good. It gets down in there, gets all the gunk and the grease and everything else out of there, and then it dries right up. Only thing is, I've been sucking alcohol fumes for a while. It's so jealous. Okay, we're gonna take a little bit of this here coconut oil. I like that stuff because it don't sink in. You know why I like it, because it don't sink in too far. It's don't get too liquidy. Just kind of. See, I'm gonna put some on here. We'll put some on here. We'll put some on here. Maybe do a little soaking. Put a little bit on here. She needs it. She wants it. It's got to have it. We're gonna rub that in real nice. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, there's the call. I gotta run break. Look at that neck. It's already looking better. Already looking better. Well, the frets are kind of shiny. A little bit of a gloss to the neck. Don't even feel too bad. So, let's tell you what. Let's get the straight edge on it. Where's my tools? And my tools. All right, we'll get out the floppy feeler gauge. Let's see if we can find that in here someplace. Where are you at, Mr. Floppy Feeler Gauge? There we are. Use that one that's just paper thin. See, it's paper thin. We're going to set that right on here. We're going to kind of go up and down this neck. See if it needs to be adjusted. A couple of little low frets right there in the middle. And that's pretty flat already. Try it over here on the edge here. Yeah, it's a little bit. Hey, what? Where's the old truss rod in here? Okay, we're gonna give it. Let's see. We want to make it just a little bit higher at a time, so we're gonna tighten her up just a little bit. And that truss rod tool does move. I mean, it does. The bolt moves and everything. So yay for us. Okay, so we'll give it just a little bit like that. We'll give this one more shot across there. I had to say that's pretty good right there. That gets us pretty flat all the way across there. So the next step is going to be level these off. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to get out our magic marker here. we're going to take and we're going to put a black line on the top of every last one of these frets here, all the way up and down. And then we're going to take our leveling beam, we're going to go ahead and we're going to run that over the top of these frets, and when all the black marker is gone off the top of the frets, that way we know we have a level. And for being a guitar that was in a fire, this thing is really coming along real nice. You know what I mean? We're not trying to repaint it and make it look all this, that, and the other thing. It is what it is. It was in a fire, you know? And it's going to come back and it's going to be just fine. Okay. Here we got our little homemade leveling beam here. It's not much, nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. It is nice and flat. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to kind of go over these frets right here. Just going to kind of go back and forth. Not really doing too much, not putting any pressure on it, really just kind of going back and forth. And we're just going to take a couple passes over it, see how it feels. And now we're going to stop and take a look at see how we're cutting. We're cutting at the ends down here, go this cut, all the way cut. Now we're just getting just a little bit less in the middle here. And we're picking up towards the end. So right through here is where we need a little bit more. So we're just going to keep on going here. It feels pretty good and smooth right now. I'm just going to go over the edge just a little bit. See how we're doing. Still just a little bit low. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of give these right here a little tap. These ones on either side of these low ones. Sometimes you get a couple of little, you know, heat might have, sometimes just a little tap. That's all it needs to go ahead and knock that, make that black line go away. See how we're doing there. Well, we got one fret right there in the middle there. That's not really wanting to take too much off there, is it? But we'll keep giving it a shot. We'll keep on going. We'll go back and forth this way a little bit here. See, we put scratches in it this way. Now we're going to put some scratches in it this way. And that kind of helps to cut a little bit better. I'll put a little bit of pressure on there too. So we're just going to kind of go along there like that. Yeah, now we're starting to cut a little bit. See, now we're getting down there. So we'll just go across it one more time like this, and I think we should be getting to where we're all cut across there. Oh, just about. Just about got it. Now, this is one of the most important things you can do. You know, I mean, all the steps are important. They all come together to make one heck of a great guitar. But you know, this is an important step here, getting this nice and level and just right. It is very important. This is how we get a nice low action. So it just plays like butter. See if I got all that across there. It's starting to bite, but you know what? I got a couple little dimples in that fret, and I want to get those out of there. So we're going to work that area just a little bit more. The paper that's on this is an old piece of 600 that's really, it's been on there for a while. There's not much grit to it. I don't allow to take these down fast. I take them down nice and slow. So I'm not really doing anything on this. I'm probably doing more polishing action than anything. See, we'll go across it like this here one more time. Yep, and then we'll give it a nice little. And it feels real smooth when it's going across there. I can't feel any resistance or any bumps, or it's not going brrr, across there. It's going across nice and smooth. Which is the way it should be. Okay, now that I got it well that way, I'm just going to give it one more little final go in this direction here. This is the direction you're going to be bending, and this is the direction that, you know, it makes it a little bit easier. You want this to be your final sand. And I'm not putting any pressure on this at all. I'm just letting this go over the top of this. To see what I'm kind of doing right now, I'm just sort of polishing it up a little bit. Okay? Okay. Now, I noticed that because of the fire, these little ends have come out of here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of see if we can't scrape those off a little bit. Maybe we'll use something a little bit more aggressive on it, huh? What do you say? I got a some kind of knife. Where's my X-Acto knife? That is my. Well. Maybe what we'll do, here's what we'll do. We're going to take a nice little flat file. We're just going to go over the ends of each one of these. Take that right down. Oh yeah, that worked real nice. Can you see that? Let me zoom in here. Okay, see the top of these right here. See if you can see that. It's got a little lip on there. Fire made the fret markers come out a little bit. So we're just taking a little bit of a file here. We're just kind of going over the top of it, sanding it back down so it's in its spot. I'm not trying to get or anything. You're not trying to sand out nothing or anything like that. Just trying to get it smooth. There we go. And there's a couple more here down the line, so we'll go ahead and get these two. These ain't so bad. These ain't sticking out too bad, but they are just a little bit. We'll make sure we get them. Real nice. You know, we're going to just take this and just kind of. See, now it just needs just a little more. There we go. All right. It's looking good. All right, we'll zoom back out. Wow. Okay. We got that nice and browned up. Now the next thing we're going to do on this is we're going to hit these fret ends here. Okay. We got this nice little square or flat file here. You know, this has a rounded edge on one side and then a file edge on this side. So we're going to use the rounded edge on the bottom down here, and let's zoom in here a little bit. What we got here. Okay, what we're going to do, get this junk out of the way here. What we're going to do is we're going to take these fret ends right here and we're just going to kind of smooth them over. We're just going to kind of get that little, smooth them over just a little bit. It doesn't feel like they got too much going on right here. I don't have a whole lot, but we're going to take them off just a little bit. Okay? We're just kind of smoothing those over a little bit. And we're going to do that all the way up and down both sides of the fretboard. Just kind of smoothing those over just a little bit. We don't want any fret ends sticking out. It doesn't feel too bad as it is right now, but we want it to be just ultra smooth and comfortable. So we're going to get these fret ends right down so that they're just not even noticeable. Not even nothing in there to notice. So we'll be right back after we get done with that, because you know it takes a little while. All right, we are back. We got all the fret ends all nice and rounded over real nice. Then we went over it with a little bit of sandpaper, a little bit of 6 on it, and get those fret ends. Just gonna work those edges right there. You get all that stuff nice and smoothed out again, so that it's not, you know, all full of file marks and stuff. We get that whole edge real nice. We get this top edge real nice. Nice and smooth. That's what we do. We take our time. We put some actual work and some love into your guitar. You know, you only have to do this stuff once, and if you do it right, it lasts for the life of the guitar. You don't ever have to do this stuff again. Okay, one of the things that I really want to do here is I want to just put a little bit of a roll on this fretboard here. And, you know, this is one of the most misunderstood things, but what we're going to do is we're going to take a, what do we got here? We're going to take our little tiny screwdriver here. We're going to take this little tiny screwdriver here, and we're just going to kind of go over the edge like this. We're just going to kind of roll it over just like that there. We're not really going to do too much to it, just kind of rolling it over. And we're pressing down. And what we're doing, we're just sort of pressing that wood into a nice little rolled edge there. And that'll be nice and smooth, and it will just help the fretboard just feel that much more comfortable. It's one of those things that, you know, they don't do at the factory. One of those things that just makes it more friendly, more comfortable, easier to play. It don't take that long to do it. It just takes a little bit of time. No, and I don't really have to worry about too much down there because you're not really going to be getting your fingers in there. And see, we'll go right up under the fretboard, bring it right around like that. Now we'll do the other side. Just like this. Yeah, buddy. Makes it nice and comfortable. This is some of the stuff that, you know, they do in the custom shops. You really got to press down on that good. But that'll get a nice little rolled edge there. And we're not going to really worry too much about those ones up there. Yep. If you can see that. That gives it a nice little roll over edge there. That just makes it that much more comfortable. See? It's just that much more comfortable. See, when you run your finger across there, you shouldn't feel anything. And what we'll do is we'll take a little piece of cloth here, and we'll run it along this edge here. And I'm just trying to feel if there's anything snagging. Does anything feel snaggy? Is it, you know, is it catching? Or is it just going over and down there smooth? And you know what? It's going up and down smooth. So, you know, we're getting there on this one. Now we got to crown the frets. Now, when we leveled the fretboard, we kind of flattened off the top of these frets a little bit, but we want them to have a nice little point on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our fret crowning tool here, and we're just going to go over these frets just like this. We're just going to set this on there, and we're just going to kind of go over it like this. And what that's doing is it's putting a new point on the top of that fret, because this is just a little V in there. There's a little V right in there, a little V file like, and it's just putting a little bit of a crown on that fret right there. It's just bringing a nice little point. And you can take your marker and mark like we did when we leveled them, and then when you go over the top of this, you can leave just a nice little line in there. But I do this by feel because I've done it so much. I don't need to put the stuff down there anymore. But we just kind of do it by feel. When it feels nice and smooth, that means you got it. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Nice and smooth. We'll just keep on going. And we'll keep on doing this all the way up and down the fretboard until we get it all nice and crowned. Alright, we got this neck all leveled out, crowned, and we have went over it with some sandpaper all the way down to 1500. Getting it nice and smooth. Now we're just going to give it a clean. We went ahead and we rolled the fret edges, and we got the frets all done anyways. All we got to do now is we are going to buff. We're going to put some chrome polish on these here Where's my chrome polish? Ah, there it is right there. I'm gonna put some of this on these frets here. A lot of times I would go ahead and put the fret guard on there. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go like this. Just gonna go like this. We're just gonna get a little bit on each one. It don't matter if I get a little bit down in the fret. It don't really matter. Yeah, you can see that thing shined right up, just right off the bat. Just a little bit there. Yep. Can you see how nice that's shining up right there? Getting real nice and shiny. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to put a polish on all these right here and get them nice and shiny. And we'll be back. Alrighty. We got a nice little polish on them frets right there. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of a little more rubbing alcohol. Put it on this here rag. Get this wiped down. Okay. Get all that old polishing compound out of the board. No, we don't want to leave that in there. We don't want to have stuff jammed up underneath the frets and all that kind of good stuff. We want them nice and polished. So we got them nice and polished now. Get it nice and clean. There we go. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to take our, slide down a little bit, we're going to take our buffing wheel here. We are just going to buff this neck real good. I don't know if you can see it. Man, that sure just put a mean polish on. Let's see if we can get that in there right. Look at that. That's nice. It's shiny. It's smooth. Now, one last thing we got to do is we're going to put a little bit more coconut oil on it. Now we got it all nice and shiny and smooth and all that good stuff. Now we're going to hydrate it one more time. Get a little bit of that good stuff in there. And you know, in some cases, we might go overhead and put a little bit of wax on this and stuff like that. You know, a little of that carbon renewable wax like we do on some of the guitars. But I think we are going to pass on this one because I think I just want this to get good and hydrated because it's been on fire. I don't want to put any wax over this quite yet. I want this wood to kind of breathe and take in some goodness. Yeah, buddy. All right. Right, we'll just let that sit there for half a second. That's half a second, yeah? Okay, we'll wipe it off now. Look at that. That's a nice looking fretboard. But you wouldn't mind playing that, would you? Look at that. Oh, yeah, buddy. As you can see, this neck just got mojo-fied. It is ultra smooth along the edge there. There's nothing sticking over. Those fret ends are beautifully rounded over. Let's see if we can't zoom in on those a little bit tighter. See how nice those are rounded over there? Look at that board. Smooth as smooth can be. Polish those frets. Your finger is just going to slip right off there. Easy to bend. Nice rolled edge. Get out there. Oh yeah, buddy. Looking good. Okay. One more little wiper. Love wiping it. That makes it all good. Alright, we went over all this stuff right here. Zoom back out. Alrighty. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get cleaned up here a little bit. We're going to get our pits back to zero, like they used to say in the $6 Million Man. Yeah, if anybody ever watched that, if you're old enough to know what I'm talking about. And, ooh boy, she sure is smooth. I like it, boy. You know, if the fretboard comes together, the whole guitar is going to be sweet. And I got a feeling this one's going to be a nice one. Oh, it's already feeling smooth. Can't wait to get some strings on it, get it all set up, get it nice. Oh, it's going to be great. Alright, so we're going to take a little break, get cleaned up. Be right back. Alright, we're back. And we are going to install some tuners in this. So what we're going to do here is we are going to... We got these little grommets that we pulled out there just a few minutes ago. We're going to go ahead and we're going to just kind of clean these up a little bit with a wire brush. Get some of that burnt up crap off them, you know, because they got some little bit of shit, little stuff left on them. You know. And then they're going to go right back in there like that. So. And we have some other tuners in there. We have some other tuners that are going to work real great. Because they actually have a little bit of the green knobs on them. You know, the little turning knobs right there. The peg ends. Yep. So. Yep, we're going to put some new tuners on. Ooh, you know what? I think I want to do something with this headstock first before I go put new tuners on it. It's not really looking too good. So, I want to put a little bit of a... Let's see. What do I want to do to it? I'm going to put a little bit of polish on it first. Let me put just a little bit of polish on it. Take my little, where my little rag is. Right here. Put a little polish on it. Because I don't want to go putting stuff together if it's not, you know, been polished up nice and looking good. So we're just going to kind of rub some car polish over top of this. Get that looking nice. Front, back, sides. And I think we're going to plug our drill back in. We're going to hit that. And then we'll put a little wax on it. We'll hit it again. Get the cord out of the way. Go on the back. Inside. Going back on the side there, yeah. Go on the front. Alright. Now we'll take a little bit of our good old car wax there, spray some of that on there. This stuff works great. Okay. Really is some good stuff. Goes in and makes everything all nice and smooth. Alright, tell you what, right back. Probably another customer calling, you know. Alright, well, we got ourselves a nice little shine on that there. We're just going to continue to put these grommets in there as soon as we get them cleaned up a little bit. They're on the, you know, they're on the fire too, so they need just a little bit of a brushing, just a little bit. I'm just brushing them off with a wire brush a little bit to get some of that black junk off them. It's not too much, not bad. But every last little piece you need a little shining up, a little polishing. So it'll look good. All right. Yep. Had some nice tuners, nice Kluson style tuners off another guitar. tap those in with the plastic part of this screwdriver handle here. And I ain't hitting it with nothing hard. Knock that down in there. Okay, now we're going to flip this over. And we're going to take one of these tuners right here. We'll stick it right in here on that side right there. Okay. Looks like the screws and everything all line up. So we'll get the crusty screwdriver here. And we will go ahead and see if we can install one of these. Screw going. Screws gonna line up for us. Looks like one's going. Hey, hey, hey. Might be in business here. Looky there. Like they belong. Screws a little bit long. I don't think I've ever heard of that being a bad thing. Looky there, looky there. See what I said? It looks like it's going to match on there perfect. A little bit of a green hue to those things. Okay. Now that we got that one on there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do all the rest of them here. We'll be right back. Alright, well we got some tuners in this thing. Look how nice they look too. Now this is really starting to come together. It burned up in the fire, but it ain't done. This guitar ain't finished. I ain't seen, you know. It's going to be a contender. Oh, I found a nut for it too. A nice nut for it. Fits right in there, real nice. Just like that there. Nice little nut. Look at that. Fits right in there perfect. I'll tell you what, I think it's about time we start putting a little bit of stuff back on the body. What do you say? Right back. Alright. We're back here, day 2. We're ready to hit this thing again. We did a few things off camera here, but I just wanted to take a look at this body right here. You know, we were going to put the, or I was going to put the, what that is. We're going to put the, or I was going to shield the cavities and stuff like that. But then I started looking at them, and going, they're very interesting. I mean, look at that. You know, I don't know if you can see it from this side. I'll show you from this side. But I don't know if you can see it. But let's zoom in a little bit. See if you can see it now. There's a lot of plywood. And you can see the old color in there. You know. So I didn't really want to cover that up. I want to leave things, you know, wide open the way they are. It's kind of this, because this guitar kind of tells a story, you know. So I want you to be able to, when you take it apart, I want you to see, you know, what the differences were, you know, and what it did, and just, you know, kind of, it's kind of interesting. So we are at the point where we're going to start reassembling this thing right here. So I think one of the first things that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the trem in, and we just got to put those screws in here. Now we went through and we've cleaned everything up real nice. Everything the way it's supposed to be. Okay. We'll put this all the way down. Put this trem in there. Alright. We'll stick that right in there. Just like that there. Okay. Alright. Now, we're going to flip this over, but we're going to hang on to this from this side. Okay, now it's not going nowhere. We'll put our claw back in. Put our claw back in there. Get back in there. There we go. And one of the things you got to watch when you're putting these back together is you want to keep this even. Otherwise, it'll get hung up on one side, like it kind of is right now. And then you're going to have to just kind of, there we go, you just kind of screw right through it. And get that off the threads. And we'll get this tucked down here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of look and see where the old marks are on this screw here, because there's some clean parts that were in the wood, and then there's some dirty parts that were outside of the wood. So I want to put it right down to where the dirty and the clean meet. And I should put these screws right about at the same distance out. So We'll go in just a little bit right like that there. Okay, we'll take our springs and we'll reinstall our springs on there. I think we're going to do the old, there we go, there's one. We'll do the two, we'll do the old down the middle and spread it wide thing. Looks like we're going to have some pliers. Something not going to come out easy. Try this. There we go. And the one more. Try that right there. And then that I don't feel like it's very tight at all. Is that a smaller spring on there? Yeah, that's a small spring. See, that one's way tighter than the rest of them. I don't know. What do we got going on here? Tell you what. I am going to track down. I think there's a different spring. Right here. Check around here, see if there's another spring here. Nope. More springs. Let's see over here. Aha! That looks like it right there. Sure does. We found it. There it is. Yeah. See, the other ones went in really easy, and the middle one went in kind of hard, and I knew that wasn't right. Now we got the right ones in there. All right, yeah, that middle one was kind of hard. You don't want to have, they all got to be the same. Let's put it that way. Hey, man. I swear this come off there, here if I didn't know different. Man, this is the one that was supposed to go on there, I bet. Some holes line up. Oh, the other way. Nope. Nope. Not that one. I know it ain't that one. Nope, it's this one here. Gotta be. Yep. Yep. Okay. We're right at the beginning. Okay, well, now we got that all installed there, now we're gonna fish our wire back through here. So we're gonna go right through here. There's our hole. So right through there. Again. Coming off the other side. It's gonna come out right there. Alright, well, whatever. Okay, let's take this down a little bit farther. Alright. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get everything taken care of. I got the pick guard all taken care of. And we're going with the old one. It had a wrinkle in it, but we got it all flattened out real nice. And we're going to put an extra screw right in there. And we got the knobs all fixed up. Knobs are looking good. All nice and clean. See, they say got a big D in the middle of them. And there's a plastic insert that goes inside there that came out from the heat. So we had to glue that back in there. All those nice and clean. We got our double lipstick pickups. I hope that's what they're called. But those turned out real nice. That's for our bridge. And then our neck pickup, which is, you know, a little bit distorted from the fire and stuff like that. You can see it's a little wavy, a little shaky jake, but it still fits in there and it still plays. And I tried to get it apart. We thought maybe we could try to, you know, wax pot it or something like that, but I don't think it's going to have it. So let's hope. I don't see any, you know, I don't see a bunch of wax or anything that's run out of these things. So maybe we got lucky and they, you know, the wax stayed in them. But we'll find out. Well, hopefully, you know, nobody will be, you know, I don't know. Hopefully it won't be harmonic or, you know, stereophonic or hypnotic or anything like that. Anyways, we got this right here. And I noticed that this the tone is a push-pull. So we will be able to change over and do some other, split the coils and junk like that. So we got the neck all set. We got the body all set. We're ready to put this sucker back together. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put all this stuff together. And we'll be right back after we do that. All right. Well, looky here. What have we here? Well, it looks like we got it all put together. All ready for strings. She's looking good. We tested it, made sure it was going to play. It's all looking good. Look at there, looky there. Got a truss rod cover on. The truss rod cover was all bent. We hit it with the iron. Look at that headstock. You couldn't even see that DANELECTRO underneath there. Now you can. It's looking good. But guess what? It's time for some strings. So we're gonna go ahead and put some strings on her. Hey, hey, hey. What do we always put on our good old get boxes? I'll tell you what we got here. You know what we do. We put the good old Ernie Ball 9 through 42s on there. That's the only thing that we ever put on a guitar. Unless you ask for something different. Because that's the official string of Mojo Shop guitar, baby. Oh yeah, let's get that thing opened up. Let's get some strings on it. Show you how we do it. Alright. Let's make a little room here. Okay, we're going to get out our handy dandy prop here. Gotta have something to hold up the headstock, right? And we need to get our string winder. And we need to get our pair of wire cutters. Just probably right here. Alright, first string on here. Let's put a 42 in there. Put the big one in there. Hey. We'll string that right through the back here. Right through the top. And we're going to get this other junk out of the way here. Alright. Make sure that's up all the way. There. Put it down here, measure it off. Stick it through. Give it a wrap over the top like that. There we go. Now wind her up. Where's my winder? That up. And there we go. There's the first string in. Okay. Now we're going to go with the small string. We're going to go to the other end. Get that one in there too. I want to make sure I take a look at things. You know how it is. Things got to be right. Okay. Now we're going to continue to string this guitar up. And once we get it all strung up and stuff, we'll be right back, okay? Alright, we are back. We got her all strung up. We got the string height set here. And we're stretching the strings right now. And we're going to give those a good stretch. You know, we stretch those 5 or 6 times. And then after we get that done, we are going to go ahead and check the notes up and down the neck. So we'll be right back after we do that. Hey! Alright, folks, we are back. And we pretty much got this thing all tightened up. I think she's where she needs to be. We tried every note up and down the neck. They all play perfectly in tune. We have the pickup heights set real nice. We got the intonation set. We cut the nut so that there was a couple of strings where the notes weren't playing right up here. They were a little bit sharp, so we cut the nut down there to make sure these are all playing right in tune. We radiused the strings down here so they would be on the same radius as the fretboard. And we also radiused the posts in the pickup so that they would be in the same radius as the strings, and the magnetic field would match the strings. So We've pretty much got everything right where we want it there. Oh, I noticed something we need to adjust right there. We need to get that right. We'll get that right. Get that back in there where it wants to sit. Yeah, there we go. Maybe this one too. Yeah, we want them to sit nice and even. We need them pimped. Yep. Tighten them down. Oh, that one wants to move when you tighten it. Yeah, you can't have that. Just like that. There. And you know, you go back over, you check every little thing. You want things to be just right. When you think you got it all done, you still got to put the back on it. Back plate. Give it a shot. See what she sounds like. We already tried it out to make sure that it was actually working and everything like that. But now we're going to see how it sounds. So we're going to flip it over. Real careful there. And we're going to take our back plate. And put our back plate on there. Should have enough screws for that. Yep. It's been a good build. I think Chad's going to be real happy with this one. Those screws are kind of small. Hey man, we had just put a couple screws in there. Let's see what else we got around here. What else do we have? Because those screws are a little too small. Let me get into my stash of screws here. I can find it. It's around here someplace. Let me see. Probably in this drawer here. Let me show you here. Oh, there we are. There she goes. Oh yeah, we got a couple of these right here. That'll go in there real good. Oh yeah. Yep. And then one of these. And one of these. Be the shiniest screws on this thing. So you know, I could have went through and polished all the screws up and all that good stuff. I was like, man, forget all that. It's been a fire. She's a fire survivor. So we're gonna put these screws in there. We're gonna flip her over and give her a shot. See how acoustic she is, huh? What do you say? Ooh, look at there. Look at there. She's all done. You know, it is what it is. It's been a fire. It got burnt up. Let's see what she sounds like. It's got a nice little twang to it. Nice and easy. Sounds good. Sure does. All right. Let's go get a whirl. Let's try it out. Well, here we are, folks. The moment we've all been waiting for. You know, it was a challenging build, an interesting build, but it turned out pretty dang good, I think. And you know, this guitar, if it would have been any closer to that fire, I don't know if we'd have been able to save it. But here she is right here. Look at her. How beautiful she turned out. Looky there. That's the original pick guard on there. That pick guard was in the fire. Tried to clean it up. It was all warped, but we warmed it up. Got it flat. Looking good. You know, it still shows with the fire. You can kind of see the color. It used to be like a robin egg blue. But look at that. This guitar has been in a fire. Look at the headstock. You can see the little marks right here where it was hanging on by the, you know, hanging on the headstock hanger thingy that they use. I don't use them. I use stands. I like the stands better. You could read DANELECTRO in there. You know, we started cleaning it up and I'm going, it has this nice little shine to it. You know, why do I want to mess with that? The tuners that were on it were all melted down. The ends were all melted down. So we found this nice set of tuners right here. We got them on there. Clues stop, and they go right in the exact same spots that their other ones were. You know, we had to get a new nut for it, but you can see that the back is you know, it's all roasted and stuff like that. You know, it's got, you can see right here, it's still got damage from where it was, you know, in the fire. It's still got the fire damage, but it's smooth, it's shiny, and I can't really argue with that. It shows what was, you know, it shows that it has been someplace. It tells its history. Its history is obvious. This was in a fire. And you go, this guitar was in a fire? It's been saved. Saved. You know, it's going back to its owner, and it's going to be triumphant. It's, you know, he rebuilt his shop. And guess where this is going to go? Right back up on the wall where it was when it got burnt up the first time. Let's hope it don't happen again. But hey, you know, it's survived and it's back. You know, it's back and it's playing so good, playing so good. How about we see how good it is playing? Hey, what do you say? You know, put the old strap back on it. It was a very interesting build. It really was. But it was very rewarding too. Aha, there we go. Yeah, sounded pretty good. Hear those notes ring out? All those notes ring out because every note is perfectly in tune. In tune all the way up and down. You play a G, and you get all the notes in that G are playing perfectly in tune, not just a couple of them. It sounds real good. It's got lots of nice tone control. That's the tone all the way off. Nice and soft. But it rolls on nice. The electronics, just cleaned them up. It's even got the knob for the switch here, you know, your pickup switch is kind of crusty. It's been in the fire, you can tell. But it just sounds so beautiful, you know? It does sound so pure. It really does. But you know what? It still smells like fire. And as I'm playing it, my fingers get a little bit dark, maybe a little black. I mean, there's still a little bit of fire coming off this thing. But it is beautiful. It does sound so good. It really does. Here it is in the middle position. And the bridge position. That bridge really breaks out there nice. I think that's me. Big fat fingers. And the bridge has push-pull. Yeah, I prefer that one. Yeah, it's, you know, it's got the twang of a Fender, you know, of a Telecaster or a Strat, but it's just got its own thing going on, baby. And it's a DANELECTRO. And it is in a beautiful color. It's got some history, and it's gonna get, oh snap! That's one thing we didn't do yet. We'll be right back. We've got something very important to do here. Oh yeah. Whoo, dog. Almost forgot. Seems like I always forget this. We gotta put a Mojo Shop sticker on it. Oh yeah, baby, oh yeah. That's the next step. You see this right here? See, we've played it, we've tried it, we've been over it, and I approve of it. The sound, it plays good, it sounds good, it's got everything going on for it, and it's ready. And we are going to take the Mojo Shop sticker, and we are going to place it right here. Right, oh, maybe not right there. Let's try it. Let's try it. We're going to put that sucker right up here. There we go. Now it's official. Mojo Shop guitar sticker right there, baby. It makes it official. It's officially passed everything. And you know, the serial number is right there on this little, where there's just a little sticker there. And you can't really see it unless you really, really get in there with like a, you know, magnifying glass, take a look at it. But you know, look at it. Man, it's just, the back of that neck is just so smooth. Everything is just so nice on it. You know, I kind of wish I could keep this one, because it's got a story. It's a very, very unique guitar. You know, he's got you know, that fire kind of made some unique guitars, because they are survivors. And you know, it's a one of a kind. It's got history, and it's been down the road. And I tell you one thing, it's been Mojofied too, which means that it's playing better than it ever has before. And it's going to give more love. It's going to give more satisfaction to whoever plays this guitar. And you know, it's just going to be special. So there's another successful build. And I'll tell you one thing: if you want to get your guitar Mojofied, you want to get something done to your guitar, hey, we got no problem with that. You drop us a line. You know, we'll put our email address down here, and you can drop us a line, and we'll be more than happy to take good care of you. Get you a guitar just like this. See, it don't matter what you send us. We make them. We hit them out of the park, baby. Hit them out of the park, because they're all great. They're all great. I kind of wish I could keep this one, to tell you the truth. But we're going to say adios for now from Mojo Shop Guitar, baby.